So how are you, everybody? It's these are not happy times. These are not happy times, especially for a UK-based Naija mother. You might say, Daddy Freeze, you're so handsome. Thank you, thank you, thank you. How is the sound? Is the sound okay? Okay, so she's here to share her story. One more. Wow. So I'm waiting for our guest. So I'm waiting for our guest to join us live. Good morning, Chichi Obama. I said, drop your shopper handle. I love most of your outfits. Yeah, you like the way I looked yesterday. What I wore yesterday, I did my own shopping. The Gucci shoes I bought at Harrods, or was it Selfridges? So we're waiting for our guest. It's a very sad moment for her. She's gonna tell her story. And please, I'd like you to be very sympathetic with her. Um, Hello, madam. How are you doing?
Fine, thank you. Good evening, sir.
Good evening. So please share your story. Remember, we have to say bye instead of KILL. Just try to keep it within the confines of what do I call it, community standards. So please
Yes, sir.
introduce yourself, ma, and go ahead with your story.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Miss Mrs. Ifeanyi Chukwu Kylie Okolo. Um, I live in London. Recently, on the 26th of, on Thursday the 26th, which was last Thursday, my son died at Purple Mall, Lekki Phase 1. Um, the incident happened around that kind of 6 p.m. My son usually goes there for gym. That wasn't his first time. But from my understanding, it's a place where the valet will usually park the cars for them. On this fateful day, from what his friend testified to me, that they got there and they were told by the Olopa, I don't know if I can call what we call them in English, but if it's all right for me to use police, were there, the security were there, and on this day they said they cannot, they will not park the cars for them. They should go and park the cars for them themselves. And where they parked initially when they got to the mall, they were told to go and move their car. His friend was his friend was the one who insisted that he won't move his car. His friend said he's not going to move his car because they had dignitaries in the building on the day. It was very busy and there were not much space in the car park. So my son is not somebody that likes quanta. He doesn't really like, if things go too much, he walks. So while this was going on, my son said, told his friend, let's go and park. They were sent to the 5th floor of the mall. Now, from our understanding, by when my family eventually went to view the place, there were no instructions, safety signs to say this is entrance.
Wow.
This is exit. So my son entered the mall, the car park. It's a multi-level car park. He entered this multi-level car park through the exit. Now, according to what we heard from the management of the mall, we are yet to obtain the CCTV, but my family has seen the CCTV. The police have also seen the CCTV. He was driving very slow. He was not speeding. Obviously, when you're driving in a multi-level car park, you don't speed because you're looking for parking space as well. So he wasn't speeding. But I don't know what has happened. The only thing was that the CCTV, when he went to that 5th floor, to the place where he tipped over from the 5th floor,
Network. I'm so sorry about this. Network has been crazy. Yes, please go ahead.
when he went from the part where he tipped over from the 5th floor,
What?
there was nothing on the CCTV. Nothing on the CCTV. So there was a lot of reasons, mishaps, because there is no signage. If you're asking people to go and park their car for themselves where you normally would use valet to park cars, there should be traffic control on each level. I came back from Nigeria not long ago. The Lagos car park, Lagos Airport car park, it has multi-level car park. And it has on each floor traffic control. There are people that will show you where to park or go to the next level. And most of the barriers are concrete. This particular car park, if it had concrete, whatever happened there, my son wouldn't have tipped over from the 5th floor.
Ha!
It had a pole or rail. I don't know the best, whether it's a pole or rail, that can't even hold that much of a weight of a heavy human, talk less of a car. And according to what eyewitnesses say, it took about 35 to 40 minutes for them to be able to get my son out of the car. Because obviously when he fell, the car tipped over, so they had to pull him off and take him out of the car to take him to the hospital, even before the ambulance came. On reaching to the hospital, they said he was dead on arrival.
Wow. Wow. From regular going to gym. Wow. How? Finish telling the story. Let me not interrupt you. Finish telling your story.
So, according to his friend, and I want to say it was good thing that his friend was there. Thank God his friend went with him, because if his friend wasn't there, by the time because his friend was driving behind him, his friend was on the 4th floor whilst he got to the 5th floor because he drove ahead. By the time his friend got there to say, "Oh, did you see my friend? Did you see where he parked?" And he was told that my friend has gone over. So they rushed down and they went to the hospital. There were some representative of the mall who went to the hospital with them, and they stayed with them all through, even when they said that my son had died. So when the next day came, because I heard on that same evening, we now heard that representatives of the mall have gone to make a report to the police saying that my son died on Friday morning, which was the 27th, which was already a lie. And that really got me upset, and it made me panic, because we haven't really spoken to you. We haven't really had any conversation with you, but the first thing to do is to go and make a statement at the police that it was he died in the morning. So we had a meeting today that was meant to happen with the DPO of I think the place is called Morocco Police Station. He gave us an
Morocco Police
appointment.
Station down the road here.
Yes. So he gave us an appointment, and the appointment was meant to happen. Sorry. The appointment was meant to happen at 10 a.m. today.
Okay.
My family got there. We didn't see any representative from. We didn't see any representative from the mall. We waited. The DPO was not there until 2:40. That was when I received the call that the DPO had arrived. Unfortunately, the meeting had to be rescheduled for tomorrow. I'm not very certain at what time it's been rescheduled for tomorrow, but the meeting has been rescheduled for tomorrow. When this happened, the car park, from what we saw, they just put hazard tape to block the place. It was not shut down. It was not closed down. So it was business as usual. My son's car on the day of the incident, before the police towed it away, was moved from the present location.
Where is the car now?
It's at the police station, the Morocco police station.
Okay, continue.
Moved the car to the side before it was towed, and it was covered with a cloth, as if nothing had happened. Then they said to the police that they wanted to park the car for my son, and my son insisted. But his friend that was there said that wasn't true, that they were telling people to park their car by themselves on the day. But my concern is, if you have a multi-level car park where people use on a daily.
What's the name of this gym establishment?
Is iFit gym inside the mall, inside the Purple Mall.
Purple Mall.
Yes.
All right. I'd like to hear from iFit Gym Purple Mall what your side of the story is. I wanted you to talk. I wanted you to share your story first, uninterrupted. Now, let me ask you some questions. How many children do you have?
That was my,
What?
that's my only child.
How old was he?
He just turned 28 on the 27th of May.
Ha! I have no other children.
I don't have any other child.
Ha! Where are you?
London.
How come he wasn't in London with you? Did he choose to stay in Nigeria?
My son had so much love for Nigeria. There was a time I tried to take him.
From Nigeria?
Yes. So the UK immigration refused him. At the time, he was just 18. I think the case went on from the time he was 16 to 18.
Wow.
So after that, there had been many opportunities for him to come over, but he kept saying, I love Nigeria. There's so much money to be made in Nigeria if you know what you're doing.
Wow. Now, what is the DPO saying? What are the what are they saying? Whether he parked his car or not? In my humble opinion, unless he was intoxicated, every multi-level story building for car park should be properly secured. What are they saying?
From what I heard from my sister who's been running around, they said that it was a case of negligence. So obviously, if you see from the video, even when I got the picture, I knew there was no way, even if you didn't fall with a car, there was no way anybody would have made it.
Wow. So how did you get the news? What happened on this fateful day?
I I got home back from work, and people tried to call me, but I was very tired. And his ex-girlfriend called me and said, have you heard from him? I had called him a few times before that to talk to him. And the ex-girlfriend called me and said, have you heard from him? I said, no, I haven't heard from him. And she said, oh, okay, are you with somebody? And then I said, my sister-in-law had come in to the house, but she didn't tell me why she came. She was meant to be on night shift, but she never told me the reason she came. But I knew she came and she was a bit concerned and a bit worried. So I asked her what happened. She said she was having an issue with my brother. So I was kind of telling her, okay, take heart, just tell me what it is. She was talking to me. And then the girl called me. When the girl called me, my sister-in-law started shouting over her because I think they wanted to break it to me the next morning because they wanted my big brother to be around. Eventually, the girl said, can she talk to my sister-in-law? So I reduced my voice and I took my phone to the room and I said, you can talk. I don't think she knew it was me she was talking to. So she said, that Bobo has died.
Can you please send me his picture so I can show the people what he looked like?
I sent you on WhatsApp.
Oh, okay. So this is what he looked like. A 28-year-old good-looking young man, a casualty of Nigeria and our anyhowness. He was 28 years old, the only child of this lady right here. If there's only one thing we can help her with, is justice and closure. You sent me quite a few pictures. I want to share his pictures with you all. 28-year-old, at a point where his mother was supposed to be enjoying him. May we never mourn our children. Oh, these are the people. He was supposed to bury her when she is old and gray. It's his responsibility to bury his mother. Nigeria happened to them all. Here is his mother with him. Now, you must be very young. You must have had him at a very young age. Tell us a little bit about that.
It's the part of my life that I buried.
Okay. Not how, but just you had him at a young age. Was his father in his life? Did you raise him alone?
I raised him alone with my family, and the father wasn't always there. He wasn't always there. Even in his adulthood, I had encouraged him so many times that no matter what, this is your route, and he's made effort. I think it was during the NSAS that they started having a bit of a better relationship than what it was in the past. So, but he wasn't a present father. No.
So a son you raised by yourself till he was 28 years old. Hale and hearty. Nothing was wrong with him. He didn't have cancer or anything. He left the house one day to go to the gym and never returned. Wow. Wow. So what do you want? What do you want people to help you with now?
I think why I started crying out is because I want an acknowledgement that there was negligence and not lie. Not lie. If there are people who know him, they know he was child, he was good. He didn't like confrontation. He was a good boy, just facing his life. He was my sunshine. I just don't want the coverage. I don't want the lie. He doesn't deserve the lie. What happened on 5th floor? Because the camera caught from the part where he tipped off. What happened? Let's acknowledge that there was negligence. I don't want it to be another Nigeria happened to me. Please. I don't want it to be swept under the carpet. I want it to be. Look at today, we had an appointment. The DPO gave us appointment 10 a.m. There was no follow-up call to say, sorry, I won't be there.
The DPO of what police station? Nigerian Police Force, I'm kindly calling on to you to look into this case. The case of the young man who tumbled off the Purple Mall 5th story car parking. He was allegedly going to Eyewitness gym. And this happened, when did it happen again?
On Thursday, the 26th of June.
On Thursday, the 26th of June. Police, Nigerian police, I would like if you can look into this case and please treat it with the severity it deserves. I want this woman to be able to at least have closure. And if there's negligence, please let us not be Nigerians, but let us actually help her get what is entitled to her. She can, if she gets pregnant today and gives birth in 9 months, she will be 70 before she has a 28-year-old. She will be 70 at least, or near 70. This has been her life's work, raising a kid by herself. She does not deserve to be told a story and the story swept under the carpet. I have my trust in the Nigerian police force, and I know they will do what they have to do. Please, guys, share the story. I want to bring up a lawyer, Wale King, if you are available. Belinda, if you are available. I want you to at least advise her on what she can do, what she can get in a situation like this. Please, Wale, if you're available, just send me a request. Belinda, if you're available, please send me a request. John is saying social media will not solve this. I agree, but social media is where it is going to start from. I haven't had anything to eat today. I was in back-to-back meetings. When she called me, I don't know, she was just lucky she got me, because normally I don't answer calls. And I give people 1 minute to tell their story. All that, Daddy Freeze, hello, I'm a fan, I'm calling you from Mokola, I want to greet you, you're done. Send me a message. But within 1 minute, she was able to tell me her story, and I was like, you know what, let everything wait. I said, call me on WhatsApp. We moved the conversation to WhatsApp, and I scheduled her to, I moved everything today, everything I was supposed to do today, to get her to share her story. Social media will not solve it, but social media will kickstart it. There are many matters that started on social media and were able to get resolution. Social media also will prevent, or at least in the very best, minimize foul play. Once we know that the matter is out there and the matter is being viewed by the public.
Hello, Daddy.
Hello, Wale. Good evening in Nigeria. I know it's morning where you are. Wale, my dear sister, Wale is a Nigerian trained lawyer who worked with the late Richard Akinjide, a very famous lawyer, but he's now in the US. So, Wale, please, in a situation like this, you can ask her any question you want, so you can advise her.
I didn't believe when I joined, I was, she was narrating, but I didn't get a good background of the story. Can you please just run it?
Just summarize, please, Kylie. Your name is Kylie, right? Please go ahead. We can't hear you.
The audio is kind of low.
If you are using AirPods, please remove them.
No.
Okay. Go ahead.
On the 26th,
Much better.
on the 26th, or on Thursday, the 26th of June, my son went to the gym at Purple Mall. iFit Gym is what he uses. He went to the gym at Purple Mall. Usually, the valet will park their car. On this day, they had dignitaries in the site, and they told them to go and park their car themselves. And
Sorry,
they
one
sent
question. The dignitaries came to the gym.
no, there were dignitaries in the mall.
So, who are these dignitaries?
I have no idea, sir. Unfortunately,
So,
I have
because
no
a
idea.
dignitary comes to a mall, the whole mall turns upside down.
It was very busy, and there were police. There were
Haha.
police. There were security, and they were told to go and park their cars themselves. I would understand um, that maybe the reason they had valet to park their cars usually was because of the state of the building. I don't know, so I'm alleging. Um, on this day, they were forced to go and park. They confrontational. He doesn't. If there's any, he will move. So he told his friend, "Let's just go and do it out." The security told him, "My son had tipped off, had skidded off the fifth floor." So they now had to run down to go and help him out. But according to the survey that my sister did with the lawyer that we brought at the time, so they went to the building. They said there was no signage saying this is entrance, this is exit. So my son actually went in there through the exit. Um, the CCTV covered that he wasn't speeding, that he was driving up slowly. But what we didn't see was what happened at that um, fifth floor. From the part he went off, there was nothing on the CCTV. We are yet to obtain the CCTV, but the police have seen the CCTV. And from what we also heard, the car park was not yet um, commissioned as safe, from what we have heard. So from whatever happened there, I don't know. But I know that my son tipped off and he died on the spot because by the time they took him to the hospital, um, they said he died on arrival. He was already died by the time he got there.
Man, I'm so sorry. I mean, I didn't really mean to let you go through this all over, but I can't advise properly if I do not know what happened. So, but I
Thank
mean,
you.
as a human and as a parent, I really, sympathize with you, and I pray that God Almighty will console you. It's really, really tough at this time. So, well, that the, this there is what we call building codes, and in Lagos today they have a recent one. It's starting from all those incidents of the past of all those buildings just falling off and all that. Now we may wanna first off, the Nigerian system is broken. I must be honest with you. Sometimes some of these things do not require too much, but you have to take it upon yourself. I was, when I came in and I heard a bit of the story, I was saying, should we follow through? I mean, I kind of know a few, top ranking police officers in case, harassment or for someone to lean on so they can follow through. Not that building needs to be, they need the town planning to come in and look at it. If it's not safe, for humans to be around it, whoever owns that gym and whoever gave that premises out for rental or whatever the case may be, they are gonna have a lot of questions to answer. I mean, it wouldn't bring back your kid, but at least it gives relief to feel at least somebody taking responsibility for their negligence. I know. I'm so sorry, man. It's really tough. The developers in our nation, they do all kind of things, all manners of, just in the name of making money. I mean, they are worse than people even making money rituals, because eventually when you cut corners to make things happen, and now you're putting people's life at jeopardy. It's really terrible. But I'm gonna share some information with DA if he can pass it on to you. And if you want, I could do you whatever kind of, if it's a petition, a letter, something to guide you through on how to do it. I'll do that one willingly. Then you can just, follow suit. But it's really, really sad. I don't know what exactly to cling on now, but for those dignitaries, Nigeria, I don't know. Why are the people that are supposed to be serving us be the ones, riding on us? Why? Dignitaries are in a place, then the other protocols get broken for some set of people. Why? It's really sad. But I'm sure you will get something at least for someone to answer for this. But of course, it doesn't bring back the kid. But just my sister, stay strong and know that. Well, I mean, destiny. Things will happen at some point in time in our lives. We can control it, but it's really, really not a thing to. But we need to really hold them accountable at this point. We need to.
More than anything in the world, we need to hold them accountable. We need to hold them accountable. We need to hold everyone accountable. No matter what, a building can't, unless he's spared or how long has he been driving for?
My son has been driving over 4 years. Over 4 years.
If he's been driving 4 years, then he did not by mistakenly press the accelerator instead of the brake.
Madam, good evening.
Good evening, John.
Madam, I accept my deepest condolence on your loss. It's a very tragic thing to happen to you. Sorry. Yeah, please. God will comfort you. There's nothing we tell you here that's not comforting enough. But the God will comfort you.
Amen. Losing a 28-year-old only son.
But for me, I don't believe they just need to be accountable. They need to pay the price. The first thing to do is to get the building approval of that structure. There is no civil engineer, I repeat, there's no civil engineer that will approve the building of a parking lot without proper reinforcement.
Madam.
You have the picture of the rail.
Okay, John, I want to show you the picture she sent me of the rail where her son fell off.
One thing must have happened. Either they have someone approved the proper thing, they used another thing, or someone did not approve right.
This is the car. It landed on its roof and was completely flat.
That the freeze.
Yes. I want to show you the
human being falls off the 5th floor.
You go by.
He won't survive it. Not to talk of inside the machine. So that the freeze. If you look at Murtala Mohammed International Airport. Do they have? Sorry, John. I want to get. It's a ramp. The boy was trying to ride through. Do they have real guards? There
was a ramp. There was a rail guard.
Okay, let me share this video.
We share it with you.
Someone, let me increase the volume so you can hear.
So is this the 5th floor?
This was where the
So this is the 5th floor. And this is where cars are supposed to park. This is where cars are supposed to park.
Isn't all this kind of thing they are supposed to put there? Isn't all this kind of molded things they are supposed to put in that place?
Madam. Madam. Something went wrong in the design of that structure.
Okay, wow. I'm just seeing this. Guys, I want you to watch this. Look at this. Can you see that they put tape there? It's just like normal balcony. In my opinion, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe we need clearer pictures.
So that the freeze, a lot of things might have gone wrong. Either
I'm
his
live.
brakes malfunctioned. Either his brakes malfunctioned.
No problem.
But regardless, if his brakes malfunctioned, that reinforcement should be enough to put a stop to that. Hold him back, yeah. Whatever speed he is on that parking lot.
Yeah, hello.
Normally, it's made of concrete. The higher you go, the more reinforcement.
Yes.
The higher you go, the more reinforcement.
From where?
No structural engineer will design that structure with those
I said
rails.
from where?
Madam, I'm telling you categorically, there is no structural engineer in this world that will design that structure with those rails. Apparently, those people consider the cost
send it on
of
WhatsApp.
concrete reinforcement and decided to do that barbed wire they did there. So the first thing you should be looking at is, because the more might claim culpable deniability if that structure was approved like that. If that structure was approved like that, they might claim culpable deniability. Is the gym still operating? No, but it's not the gym's problem. It's not the gym's problem. The gym is a tenant in the mall. Let's get when we start seeing the wrong people, we lose it. The gym is a tenant in the mall. The gym should just show, okay, our guests, this happened to our guests, they should shut down. Maybe for a while. This happened to our guests. But the gym is a tenant of the mall. You cannot hold the gym liable for this. The people you hold liable for this is the owners of that structure. You understand?
Calling on Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu, please help us look into this structure.
That Eyewitness is renting in that mall. The mall is a big mall. Eyewitness is just one small shop. Now, the mall, that construction is a pie trap. That thing doesn't look like where a car should be on top. No, see, if we analyze it, coming out of a ramp, it cannot make the speed that will be enough to jump over if they had a proper road guard. You understand what I'm saying? No, it cannot gain 25 miles an hour to at least be able to break a proper. So there is a defective structure. And like you rightly said, I'm not an expert in civil engineering. It couldn't, nobody would have approved, nobody on earth would approve that kind of, that looks like a balcony, like just a metal to, put there to say that, ma'am, I think you want to start by petitioning town planning.
One, are you taking notes, ma? Demanding the structure. John asked for something because John is an engineer and John is also an investor in real estate, so he knows what he looks for in property. John, what did you ask for? What did you tell her to ask for again?
The building approval.
Building approval. Do you have a lawyer?
That's what I wanted to say. This is not the time for her to be asking for those things. Madam, hand this everything over to your lawyer.
Kylie.
She's rolling.
Kylie, you're rolling. Now the kind problem with my lawyer Agba they like with this.
Because that
they go pay.
These people focus on the aesthetics of the building without focusing on the safety and the structure of the building. Absolutely, it's a big violation. They will make the building go fire from outside, so that when you pass, you won't come. But they don't focus on those very basic things. They just focus on those very basic things.
Imagine losing a 28-year-old only child, only son. Kolo maje kenyan ri bi ni o. Konge bi lele yo. John, you no go understand them, but now Wale go understand what they talk. Baba, nobody won't make it. You go do were, you go change them for them. But at the end of the day, waiting don't go.
Come for night, plant dynamite there.
Waiting don't go. No matter how we plan. Kylie, please, where are you? I'm bringing another lawyer. Wale Jo, you might have to leave for a few minutes so I can bring Kylie back.
Okay.
Just wait till she's ready, just in case she's not yet ready. Maybe her phone ran out of juice or something, or maybe she's on a call or something, or maybe she's not picking my call. Maybe she's going through a lot. All right, Belinda, go ahead. Once she's ready to come back, she will send me a message, I believe. Thank you, Belinda, and thank you, Wale, for your time. Lawyers are needed a lot in times like these, so we can understand the legal perspective and what the law says. Kylie, are you here? Okay, she said her phone overheated. Okay. So once you're ready, just send me a request so I can tell one person to leave. Wale, please be on standby though, because we might need you to come back. Sadly, this is not TikTok. On TikTok, it can take as many as 10 people in a conversation. Instagram, please, you have to do better. At least let us be able to have 6 people.
Lady Freeze.
Yes.
What if we decide to take up the legal aspect of this matter for this woman? We raise money and get a lawyer for her.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
She's going through a lot.
That makes sense.
Going through a lot right now.
That makes sense. If I talk to my lawyer, if he's willing to take up the case, he won a case for me and a car company that was their brand ambassador, and the car company wanted to cheat me. They paid my money in full. You understand? He's very good and very aggressive and very smart. So he doesn't. And if we talk to him, he can advise how we can do the case in such a way that if there's a compensation, he can take his legal fee from the compensation. So what we'll have to pay for is filing and all those things.
Just let me know. I'll start with 50K.
All right. I'll give you Free Nation account, 50K down. All those papers. But let me talk to him. Belinda, go ahead. Or does Belinda want to take up the case? Before we start bringing in, at least let's keep it in the family. Belinda.
Is she in Lagos?
Yes, Belinda is in Lagos.
Belinda, take up the case.
Good evening. Belinda, at your pace, please. If it's something too stressful for you, let me know. You might be dealing with other things on your own.
Okay, I think she said she sent a request.
Okay, Wale, Joe, come by me. Exit. So we're going to ask her if she has proper legal representation. If not, we'll take up the case. Okay, Kylie.
Oh, sorry.
It's okay.
I'm going to...
So we were asking you just before your phone took you out, do you have a lawyer? Do you have a proper lawyer? Do you have good legal representation?
Not yet. We have a lawyer, but comme c'est comme ça, if it makes sense.
Okay. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to go. Belinda, is this something you want to take up? Because Belinda is a lawyer.
Dear, let's proceed first. I will look up.
Okay. So Kylie will get back to you on that. Let me not put. Belinda is a lawyer, and she's very brilliant, and she's a woman, and she'll often, of course, sympathize with you as a woman, a fellow woman. So, Belinda, what is your take on this particular matter?
Honestly, Madam, I am so sorry. Words will not be enough. But I pray that the Almighty God will grant you the fortitude to bear this irreparable loss. I am so sorry. I am so sorry.
Thank you.
I live in Nigeria. As a matter of fact, the mall you're speaking about is about 2 minutes walk from where I live. So I do know the Eyewitness or the gym. I know where you're talking about. It's unfortunate, but this is a system where things can be a bit shaky. So I hear you, but I have a few questions that I may need you to prepare your mind for regardless. Firstly, what are your prayers? I know that you want justice, but what exactly do you want? Because John here said something about the building approvals, which is very correct. If that property or that facility was approved as it were, it wasn't. It wasn't because on the evening it happened. I think on the Friday, which is the 27th. Although this is word of mouth, we're yet to see if it is with the report that the police made, because they said the people who are in charge of building safety in Lagos, that they were there that night, and they said that that car park was not commissioned for to function yet. But this is word of mouth. I know that most things go by the books. I know this, but this is from my sister. So I did also ask her the question, is this on the paper? Because we don't want a situation where tomorrow somebody goes and pulls a gun behind and comes back to say it was commissioned, because anything is possible in Nigeria. So indeed, from what I heard, they said it wasn't commissioned. That the car park, I don't know about the building, but the car park itself was commissioned, was not commissioned to function.
Madam,
Okay, so
what we want to see, the building approval is not if the car park was commissioned or not. When you draw a structure of a building, you draw the whole structure of the building. Any other addendum is not approved. When you draw the structure of a building, you take it to Alausa. Alausa goes through the mechanical, the structural, and the electrical components of that structure, attests their seal on it. Town engineers attest their seals on it after having studied it. What I mean by building approval is, I don't want to know if it was commissioned or not. Was that car park supposed to have those rails as its barriers? That is a primary barrier. Was that car park, that is what I want to see on the building approval. Was that car park supposed to have those rails as its barriers? If the car park is supposed to have concrete reinforcement as its barriers and it has those rails, they are done. They are done. They are done. They are completely done. They are finished. But if someone approved those rails there, then they will now claim culpable deniability. It wasn't us. It was the guy who approved it. These are the things we need to see. Okay. That's why we are asking can you write through a lawyer to allow us to see the approval of that building?
Okay, madam. Second question. I'm so sorry that we're asking you a lot of questions. But there's no other way we can gain clarity.
It's very important to gain clarity.
Yes, so we have to know how to help you. The second question, what's the situation with the police right now?
They've taken the statements. They say they're on it. We were meant to have a meeting today with the DPO of Morocco police station, who gave us an appointment, and he turned up like about 3 hours later. He gave us an appointment for 10 a.m. He turned up at 2:40 p.m. So the meeting has been rescheduled till tomorrow. Yes.
Okay, what time tomorrow?
I'm not certain what time tomorrow. Okay, that's fine. What is the situation with your lawyers? Who are the people currently helping you with this procedure?
I know that we have a lawyer. I don't even know who. She's going to check if my brother is back. I know that we have a lawyer. I don't know what chamber they come from, to be very honest, but I know that the first visit and the second visit that they went with a lawyer.
Okay.
Okay, so you have engaged the services of a lawyer, right?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Okay, so since the police are involved in the matter and you have properly engaged the services of the lawyer, I'm sure that here we will just be giving you more insight on what to do.
I am open for a better lawyer if there is.
Belinda, right? Belinda, you know that lawyers in Nigeria, no disrespect to your profession, are one of the most corniest people in Nigeria. I would prefer she use a lawyer whom will not be boss, who is compassionate to her plight.
I agree.
Who is compassionate to her plight. You know the joke of God asking Satan that he wants to sue Satan. Satan asked God, where is he going to get the lawyer from when all the lawyers are going to hell? You get? So, we can only trust someone who we know will be very compassionate to our plight. So lawyers. You might be surprised that those people will give those lawyers $300,000.
The lawyer
Another side of their mouth.
The lawyer that was representing us, when the DPO didn't show up, he left. Obviously, I don't blame him. But when the DPO came back, we called him back. He sent us another person whom we have to kind of give a bit of a brief over again. So to be honest, I am also on the lookout for a good lawyer, somebody who believes in fighting for justice. I just want a closure. I'm tired of him being in the cold and that place.
Madam, take heart. Take heart. Take heart. God will console you. God will console you. Nobody can console you here. God will console you. Take heart.
I'm so sorry, madam. I am so sorry. And I hear you. I also hear you, John. And this may not be the best time to state things as they are, considering how you feel. This may not be the best time. But I can tell you that the law will consider your emotions and your feelings, but judgment will not necessarily come from them. Judgment will come from the facts. So while we are all here empathizing and sympathizing with you, this may not be the judgment or the justice that you seek if we do not have the facts. So rather than us fighting for the outcome, I think we should focus on the process and know exactly what happened. Do you understand? So I am very, very, very sorry. It doesn't matter how good the lawyer you engage is right now. What really matters is the facts of this case. Do you understand? But I'm sure that together we would rally around you, give you both emotional.
I'm sorry.
No, madam, you don't have to be sorry.
Madam, you don't have to be sorry.
You don't have to be sorry.
You take all the time you need.
You don't have to be sorry. You don't have to
be sorry.
You don't have to be sorry.
I'm so sorry. I wish there's something we could do to but like I said, please just take it easy, take it one step at a time. I'm
asking how. I think there's a component of brake failure in this. The component of brake failure in this accident. However, there must be enough barrier to hold the car.
Can I excuse myself for a minute?
Yes, madam. Madam, you can. There must be enough barrier to hold the car. But there's a component of brake failure. There is a component of brake failure.
No, I know. I'm sorry.
Because is it not supposed to be reverse parked?
And you're doing so well.
When you're reversing, your legs are on the brake.
So well, You're doing very, very well. Right? You're almost there. Okay? You're doing very well. You're almost there. You're almost there.
This is a very bad way to die. It's a very sad way to die.
You're almost there, sister. Okay?
All right, my sister. All right, you were about to say something. Belinda, you were about to say something. Please go ahead.
Okay, yes. And I was just still empathizing with her. And again, I asked the question. I don't know if this is the best time for you to answer it, and you don't have to answer it. But I just wanted you to know that this justice system here, we do have a saying that the court is no Father Christmas. So you need to prepare your mind to know exactly what your prayers are. What are you asking from the court? Now everybody is screaming, we want justice. But what exactly is justice for you? So you don't have to answer it right now. You can just think about it and make sure that whatever lawyers you are engaging, carry on with these prayers, because it's the justice that would give you closure. And what may be justice to...
We're having network issues. It's just shady today. I'm sorry, guys. IPNX is an embarrassment. IPNX is an embarrassment. If you know how they've affected my work, all right, welcome back, guys. Welcome back. Welcome back. Belinda was talking before we were rudely interrupted, and we're back now. Before we were rudely interrupted, but we're back now. So Belinda was talking. Okay. So let me bring Belinda back. Kylie was with us live. The network is really crazy. Good evening, Wale. All right, while we're waiting for a lawyer to come back, DJ Smooth Paradox, I'll give you about 2 minutes to share what you want to share.
Okay, thank you guys. Kylie is a friend of mine. I was so shocked because I tuned into your live and I could see
I can't hear you. Your network is bad.
I might have to call out and come back in.
All right. You guys might have to go out and come back in again. You guys might have to go up, off, and come back again. Network, I've not experienced network being this bad in a long time. So I'm going to invite you again. I'm going to invite you again. All right, so let me try again. Belinda, if you're ready, I'd like to bring you back.
Next night, internet. I don't know why the internet. I don't know if it's from my side or his side. Can you hear me, sir?
We can hear you, but we can't see you. So you're gonna have to close your Instagram.
Okay.
Go
Okay.
close your Instagram and rejoin Instagram
Okay. Okay.
because we
Thank you.
can't see you. I know the internet is bad on my side, and I think it has been transferred to everybody else. All right, so we're going back again. All right, so let me bring them back. Hopefully this time everything would work. Okay. So let's hope this works now. Kylie? You're back now. All right, go ahead.
Kylie, my sister.
Thank you, sir.
Kylie, you know this person?
I know him. Thank you, DJ Smooth.
Okay, so DJ Smooth, you have 3 minutes while we're waiting for the lawyers. Please go ahead.
I just came on the live and I saw you. I thought you were having a topical conversation, and then listening to everything, I'm like, what the? I'm just speechless, man. And I know how much. Oh my goodness! For those that don't know this lady has the purest of heart. Very intelligent, hardworking, and everything. She loved that boy like no other. We've had so many conversations regarding your son, Kylie. And I know somebody asked you why was he still in Nigeria? Now here is where I have a problem with Nigeria. You see what I'm saying? We have had these conversations before regarding the life in Nigeria and everything that happens in Nigeria. There is no infrastructure, no institutions, nothing. Forget about money. The boy knows that there's money to be made in Nigeria. We know that. But what about the other things, the security and everything else that come with it? How can you have a story building or floors that don't have two? Oh, come on now. There's got to be primary and secondary barriers. You can't just go through the barrier like that. What kind of barrier is that? That goes to the shoddy nature of Nigeria. That could be, I'm sorry, Daddy Freeze, I know how much you defend Nigeria, but I'm a proponent that that country is messed up in several ways. I'm so pissed off.
All right, bro. I agree with you that Nigeria has its issues, but this is not the time or place. We've got a lawyer in the building. We're solution driven now. Your points are valid.
She's a friend of mine. She's a friend of mine, so the emotions are just high for me right now.
Yeah, but we have a lawyer, and emotions are not going to get us anywhere. So thank you for telling us about how wonderful a person she is and all that. And yes, we know Nigeria is a problem, but if we have people that can help us solve it, can we proceed to that part of the conversation? Because at the end of the day, Nigeria happened in the gym. Nigeria will happen again in the courtroom. So let's move forward. Thank you so much, DJ Smooth. Do stay blessed. I don't trust the network, so let's hand over to Belinda right now. Take care, brother. God bless you. Help me press X so I can bring in the other lawyer. Thank Thank you very much, dear brother. All right, Belinda.
Please, sir.
Once again, I and just to say this to you, everybody saying Nigeria will happen. You most likely may not get justice. Those are possibilities, but I can tell you the truth. If facts are there, you would get justice, right? So please don't allow the Nigerian any harmness that we are speaking about make you already rule out the possibility that you can get justice. Yes, ma'am.
I love that. I love that beginning. I love that beginning,
Yes,
Belinda.
I just thank you, Daddy Freeze. I just need you to always have that at the back of your mind. Yeah. So this case currently, as it is, with the information that we have here, is a civil liability. So, but by the time we get into the details and know whether or not the approvals were given and appropriate, then it may or may not be criminal. But as it is now, it is a civil case. Thank you, Daddy.
Hey, how you doing, Belinda?
I'm very well, thank you. Thank you for joining.
Well, importantly, we would not, be riding on emotions because we understand what it is. And as per what may likely be the outcome, I don't want you guys, the people trying to get the justice supporting that to preempt our, justice system already. We know what is going on. But we do have, lawyers that know their onions and they will get things done. And,
That's why I didn't like where DJ Smooth was taking it to. Yes, you're right. She loves her son and all that. But then you want to now convert it into a Nigeria versus abroad scenario. If abroad was all that, the boy would have gone abroad. There was something that he saw in this Nigeria that he liked. And it is up to us to fix the Nigeria for our own children. If abroad was all that, the mother is here. She said in 2018, she tried to get him to go. He refused. He couldn't make when he was 18, she couldn't get him abroad. But after that, he had countless other opportunities. He loved Nigeria. Nigeria just happened to him. And I love Nigeria too. I can't live abroad. Belinda here cannot live abroad. I know we all travel. We all travel. I was in Dubai and in the UK 3-4 weeks ago. We travel. It's not like we are stuck in Nigeria. We can travel, but we love Nigeria. And I salute his courage for staying back in Nigeria to try to fix Nigeria, because he is part of the martyrs that are going down so that Nigeria can be something in the future. It is upon his grave that Nigeria is going to be built, because we are seeing him as a soldier. We are not going to let his memory go anyhow, and buildings are going to be built. And when you and I talk later, Kylie, I'm going to give you advice concerning keeping his memory alive forever, having a foundation that goes to buildings that are used by the public. You call it, what is his son's name? What's your son's name? So you have the Obina structural foundation that goes to buildings. You take it upon yourself to go to buildings and make the way. What's this boy Ashadi P1 what's the name of that boy? Scott. The way Scott is doing, you will have something like that done in his honor, so that, because this anyhowness in Nigeria, they had it in America at one point, they had it in China at one point. Somebody or some set of people refused. Rosa Parks refused to sit at the back of the bus. Martin Luther refused certain things. People refused. One day, America was built on the backs of people who fight so that it can be better. And that's why I don't want to entertain this. Nigeria is not. People love Nigeria so much that you will beg them with abroad, they will not go. This boy is an example. You will beg them. You will tell them, look, come on, you will make more money. They say they don't want.
Said I don't want to be stuck in any system. Nigeria is freedom.
Do you understand? And I don't want my daughter. I have a daughter that we gave her opportunity. Said, look, go and do your masters abroad. Said she doesn't want. She wants to get to familiarize herself with the system. And if she's going to consider masters, it will be later. So now I'll carry my child and throw her abroad because some people ran abroad. I say this all the time. And Wale is my brother and he's here. I say that people that ran abroad were afraid of Nigeria. Every day you go out in Nigeria, it's like you are going hunting. Is it that you buy the antelope or the lion buy you? Now, Baba, now Ojo Guni.
I do. Let me quickly,
Sorry, 1 second. Let me just finish this. I get moto. I know if you drive them because I don't know say whether the road go they flooded or not. So once I see small rain like this, I will call carry Uber and I get good car. No, I have brand new Mercedes. I can't drive in Nigeria. But I have chosen to live here. So I must adapt myself to these situations and I must do my best to fix this situation. The roads are flooded not because the government is bad, because Nigerian citizens are pouring refuse in the river. I experienced it for the first time. I stayed in Black Diamond, in the highest suite in Black Diamond, looking at the lagoon. I went there for 2 days. I ended up spending 8 days there. Every day I just go and renew. I could not leave it. I just wake up in the morning and see that water. And one day my daughter came and said, Daddy, the water is smelling, that some people poured refuse in it. Then I want to now say it's the government that is bad. We have to fix the government and we have to fix the people. You want to tell me that it is the government that built that building?
People are the government.
Do you understand? So that whole narrative of Nigeria is the argument of no. If abroad was so good, the boy wants freedom in his mind. He doesn't want the depression and the captivity in that abroad. I can't deal with it. Me that freeze. I can't deal with it. Abroad has a way of turning somebody into that buy where you know one buy for Nigeria. You go the waka in your akusaye. I don't know if you understand. You go buy for life. You go the waka, but you don't buy. For many people abroad, not people like Wale don't know, say this abroad. Now, how you go take the manager and be this? Most people I know abroad don't buy, but they just the waka. They safe.
I don't I've been living abroad more than almost 2 decades.
I'm so sorry, but I don't want us to flip this conversation away from the. But okay, now, so what will have happened if we carry him go abroad now? They go resurrect him. He waited in Nigeria because he believed in Nigeria, and Nigeria failed him, but Nigeria will not fail the next person because it is my duty, his mom's duty, the lawyer's duty, Wale's duty to make sure all these things, one by one, we will fix Nigeria one person at a time, one structure at a time. Over to you. I'm not talking anymore.
The man that came on the DJ thing, I don't want to just reinforce what Daddy Freeze said. I understand the emotions are high right now, but my learned friend here already said it. The courts or the judges are not Father Christmas. They won't give you what you do not ask for. Right. And in this instance, in my legal mind, I would say that you need to carry out a lot of preliminary investigations and inquiries. And I've taken my time to list down a couple. We need, like John Reale said, we need the building approval, plan and approval for that structure, covering the car park. The town planning, in case you have been presented with counterfeit or anything not genuine, whoever is going to do this for you, we want to guide them. The town planning needs to be, included in this. That's where you actually see a proper approval. Also, the engineers that worked on that structure, we need a list of all of them. Now, having gone through all of this, knowing what is approved and what is not, and now putting our best foot forward, the lawyers. The law courts in Nigeria have to run at that bad, trust me. Even if there are big people behind it, just again to let you have faith and carry on with, high courage, we will still ensure that that place, they will pay for it, but the facts are very, very, very prominent in this. Now, I don't mean to break your heart. We need to look at also the possibility of, what's going on with the, deceased. At the time the, incident occurred, We might also want to examine the car, if possible, during forensics. Perhaps, brake failure. That still will not mean it should be, something that should lead to a spy, because if the buildings were properly erected and the barriers and the, rail guards are there, which is part of the safety and things they should look into before approving such, then they will be culpable. Purely as it were, is still civil. Now, the police on their end, I want to tell you this. I understand the structure from top to bottom. We need to hold on to someone in top position to help us push it through. Even me, at some point in time, I'm about to deal with some matters. They weren't taking it seriously until I had to be written out to the bosses, and eventually we got something out of it. So I know, I don't know if Belinda is taking this up or you have your own set of lawyers, but whatever the case may be, we know that our lawyers that are junior or that are Jankara practices is fine. Those ones chose to practice in that name. They will still have lawyers who wants to make that big name from getting justice for whoever has cried to them. If you do not want them to suggest maybe DF's lawyer, we are willing to, support. I'm not really big on saying how, but I will, reach out through Free Nation in terms of, money to push this through. And I know Belinda is on the ground in Nigeria. She can always, monitor this. We can deliberate. I don't. If they share things with me, I can look at it and, give my own opinion back. But let's get started as soon as we can. But before this, we need all this, preliminary inquiry done properly. Then we can carry on from there.
Okay, madam, just to add to everything my learned colleague has already said, I'm not going to just be dealing with this. DF, I hope it's okay to derail from law a little bit and just... Daddy, please, can you hear me? Yes, so I'm just going to derail a little bit, because before we're lawyers, we're first of all human. So I heard that if we say something and suggest that maybe if you were interested in maybe keeping your son's legacy, maybe registering a sort of non-profit for him, charitable organization, I'm willing to do that for you at no cost, not even from the Free Nation or anything like that. I just want that to be my support to you. So yes, so when you're ready, I would get in touch with that, please, for that. Please be strong. It might be a long ride, and I can assure you that it's not going to be a smooth one. So don't think that, I don't want you to think that at any point it's going to be easy. It's not going to be easy. So your emotions, it's okay for you to express it, but if we're going to go on this, you have to be ready. You have to be available. So, and I'm also in Lagos here. I'm willing to help in whatever way I can to make the operations of this matter easy. And at the end of the day, you can get the justice that you
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
I'm so sorry, madam. I'm truly sorry.
Thank you.
Is there anything you want to ask?
I think my difficult or gray area has always been trying to get more, I don't know if I would call it forensics or in-depth, someone that will go for me. I would have touched down Nigeria, but my family is saying, don't go till an arrangement is ready. But I want to come, but they're saying it's a bit risky for me. You're dealing with a giant corporation and this and that, so, but I really want, if I need a suggestion for a good lawyer, even a human, I don't know if it's human rights lawyer or somebody who's an activist who fights for stuff like this. I'm not even going to lie. It's been how many days now? I am emotionally, physically drained. So sometimes if I talk off, pardon me, but I would really like someone who has an insight with this, who can walk me through this part of investigation. I have asked someone to kind of get a full a view of the place, because I don't know. I haven't even seen the CCTV myself. We haven't received um, any CCTV response from the. They said they were going to send it to us on Saturday. Today is Monday. We are yet to receive the CCTV footage. The lawyer that I have, I can't. I've never met him nor spoken to him. This has been mainly handled by my elder brother, obviously, because it's very stressful for me. So, any suggestion as to maybe a private investigator that can go and do a proper survey of the area, and maybe I took down the things that you said we should ask for, the building plan and approval for the building, town planning included, engineers that walk through the structure, and then it would take someone who has told this line before. I really want nobody else to have to die there. The building is still very functional of today.
Let's keep it as spy.
Sorry. I do not want somebody else to buy there, because that building is still very much open. I believe that if you get to see the actual perimeter, the ramp that was before the place, I don't even think that there were meant to be a parking there. If there was a traffic, if there was a signage to say do not park here, if there was a traffic control officer to say move this direction, don't go here, it would have helped a lot. So I really want, if you know someone on ground that can liaise with my family to actually get a proper detail, because what we're having in a problem with is clear communication. There is a bits and bobs when it comes to communication. I don't really get full information, even though you're dealing with people who are professional, but the information is not being laid out to a certain understanding, and it's kind of frustrating me. So these are in the now. This is what I need.
Okay, I hear you, and your needs are honestly
Valid.
to move this case forward. I'm still going to just emphasize that I know that you are in the UK. The system is maybe a little more functional, or rather proactive, than ours. So, to be honest with you, patience may be required. There's a lot of bureaucracy with our system. So patience, just patience.
Yes, ma'am.
Patience will be required. So it's not the very proactive system where you just walk in and they give you details and everything is happening like that. Exactly.
I understand.
So just be patient. We may not be able to say everything that can be done here because we don't have the details, and there's still more information coming up as the days go by. But I'm sure that with my learned friend, Daddy Freeze, and every other person on this live who is interested, we can be able to, always revert with any information that comes up and see how we can help. I'm here. I'm willing to help the best way that I can. So with subsequent conversations with Daddy Freeze and updates from him, we will make progress. Just be patient. Just be patient.
Talking about
justice delayed.
Is justice denied?
It's not necessarily even justice denied. Not necessarily justice denied.
That's what I'm saying. So justice delayed is not necessarily justice.
Necessarily,
My input is that your concerns are valid, and I did mention earlier that I know the terrain. I'm still practicing very much in Nigeria. I have my one or two things going on. Jala, give me a second. Now I volunteer to I would inform the person, and then DF can reach out, or the lawyer, whoever is on the ground to take care of this. I'm referring you to a police boss. Now, Nigeria's system is in such a way that if they see some sort of enforcement behind you, who is asking what, who wants to see what, and now they know this person is coming from so area, they are quick to oblige. All the information that you need are just things you want to keep handy to go through this legal battle. And now, if we can start from I'll tell DF, because he's a public officer. I don't think it's right to, but definitely if you mention my name, they would open their doors. And now this is for you to be able to get all these things together. If they say you shouldn't come to Nigeria, don't mind that. You have to. You see, in this moment, because we are humans, your emotions they are right. But please, you need to brace up. based off for the fact that you see the disappointment, like you scheduling a meeting for 10 o'clock and the DPO is not meeting up until 2:40, one of those frustrations. But look, don't let it deter you. Don't let it take you away from the actual goal. The goal is to make sure we get justice for these innocent young men, and also to be a deterrence for future occurrence of such. You understand me? So please, we will start from the way the system works is by connection. We are going to go through connection as well. Then when we get to the law court, that's the field of, specialty. The lawyers will finesse it. I mean, the fact of this matter is really, really important. However, and I'm sure as we move on, new information, discoveries will be made as, we move on. So if you want to prepare yourself, take care of home. I know living abroad, you cannot just get up and say you are leaving. Plan well, make arrangements. If you're going to be in for like 30 days to see how things are going, go back, keep it in good hands, then replan and go. But down the line, we are going to get somewhere. And God willing, because I will be in Nigeria soon too. Whoever is on it will jump on it together. This is very, very sad. And for the man, I want DF to excuse him. It's not. We're never going to compare these places. People buy anywhere around the world.
Yes, now.
Reckless stuff happen, But he's just saying that by now we expect Arise TV, what's the biggest channel in Lagos, TVC, to be on it. This thing should be televised. We should hear them talking about it, But if not for that, you are able to reach out to DF. Someone like me would know nothing. And it's very important. Who's that? Find him, go and look at the door, go get the door. So, this will be my input for now. And if, whenever we are going to start mobilizing, guys, keep it down. I will support. And I will reach out to DF.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Thank you, sir. It's
okay.
Belinda, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, I already said everything that I need to say, and my learned friend Wale too has buttressed. I also want to say that even though the court of law social media is not the court of law.
I understand.
This action that you took to reach out to Daddy Freeze has made a lot of difference, or will make a lot of difference, because he has created the awareness. And even though we understand our system and sometimes the dominance of it, we kind of have to put this too pressure necessary, because a lot of people are more aware and a lot of people would be more involved. So please, like Wale has advised, and like I said earlier, you may need to brace up, and at some point your presence will be physically needed, to push things through. So once again, our sincere.
From the meeting tomorrow, hopefully we will know. It will help us to kind of put plans together to for when to come, because that was what we were waiting for today. I think even I remember speaking to Daddy Freeze about it. So he said that you should start making noise on this, whether you have a decision yet or not. So I think hopefully from the meeting tomorrow, it will determine when I come home.
Yeah, I have one or two questions for you. Do you think Lagos politicians' contact will be important?
I think it's very important. I'm sorry that you're asking me, but I think it, because I know Nigeria.
Let's start with the police first. Because right now, I'm trying to, you see, too many people will not watch the long video. So I'm editing a 1-minute video now that I'm going to post across all platforms so that people, and I'm going to get you, Kylie, off the live for 2 minutes. I want you to go and record a video just as you are, but record it and send it to me now while we're still talking. You will come back immediately. Please, I want to help. I'm pleading to the Nigerian police. I'm pleading to whoever it is that we can, just to help my son get justice. Do you understand? So I'll take you off the live for 2 minutes. Just where you are, just sit in front of your phone, and please, I'm using this medium to reach out to the Nigerian police. our leaders in office and the general public to please help a grieving mother get justice for her son. So you can leave, record, send to my WhatsApp, and then come back immediately after.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
All right. So I'll be waiting to hear from you so that before it gets too late, we have pushed the 1 minute, because you know those 1 minute, those are the ones that 100,000 people will watch. The longer videos, we might be lucky to get 10,000 people to watch it, but those short videos, they don't watch them. All right. So.
And DF, I also have a question about how do you intend to hold everybody together who intend to be.
I'll just set up a committee. Put Belinda, put anybody who is interested, and we move.
Perfect. Perfect.
That works.
I was a young man full of life. When I saw the video, I couldn't, watch it go more, further. The car got sandwiched, like pressed all the way. It's tough.
Ọlọ́run má jẹ́ kéèyàn orí kò ń gẹ́ ẹbí ni o.
Àmín. Of course, I mean, one thing I don't want to, preempt anything, but I can guarantee you there is a big, structural error in that thing.
Baba.
I'm trying to make a picture in my head. Looking at a ramp, you see those spiral ramps they make in all those multiple stories. Looking at that, there has to be, like speed breakers. There has to be real reinforced, real gaps.
Yeah.
Those are the things they put those things there for in case the car skids off. Maybe there is rain or something. And now on the top level, you cannot have this mere that's not even good. It's not strong enough for a balcony where humans rest. Not to talk of a car that is way over 2,500 pounds of weight. So I strongly believe there is, big dysfunction in that, building plan, or somebody cut corner by, not using the proper materials. And that goes on because we see these things every day on the internet calling out developers and those, civil engineers. It doesn't look. It doesn't look like. I don't know. And also because I know in general this time emotions are high. I need maybe a time out to the boy is okay. Like everything is fine. He went with his friend. Where is his friend? The friend the mother was. Because I didn't want to. Because you will be sounding insensitive.
Their questions exactly insensitive.
But these are the things the Lord will look into.
They will ask exactly.
They will look into it.
That's why I think that
even in the state of that car, even in the state of that car, they will still call for forensic evidence. They might need to inspect the whole braking system.
Right.
It could be sabotage. It could be that. It could be that somebody on that roof did something. The CCTV will need a lengthy coverage beyond just where the ramp only. I'm sure the whole building is covered. By the time the car was, descending from the top to where it landed, there will be coverage. And we also, because what I'm thinking we should move fast is, we don't want them to tamper with stuff. And if stuff are missing, we can, put it together and say, okay, well, if this is missing, somebody's trying to do something, and at the end of the day, all this we know where it will take us. So we want us to move fast. You shouldn't be afraid that they don't go is risky. There's other risk is your fatherland or motherland. And the questions to ask and the people to go to thank goodness we are here. We can point you to offices you go to.
J-Lo is here. Congratulations, J-Lo. You just graduated. I'm going to put a call to you and talk to you one-on-one about that, because we're in a very sad, pensive moment over the lady who lost her child in Nigeria. But do go ahead, J-Lo. Let's hear your story.
so down already by that news from that woman. In fact, I've been teary since. Very, very teary. I feel so bad. Like, these things could have been avoided. Good afternoon, everyone. Same here. I didn't even greet.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Good evening. I'm sorry. I was so teary throughout. So I feel so sorry. Please, like Agawali said, and Belinda, if any way you guys can really help, please just put in your best. We can't, we can't do anything. And someone asked also in the group, I don't know if DF saw it, if there's any way she needs financial assistance, we can come in, maybe through.
Of course, if we need that, if we need that.
That is the role I feel I can play. And many people I think are.
Sorry, hold on a second. Let me call her and call you back.
Okay. Because I saw it in the comment section. That's that. I think.
Kylie, pick your call. Okay, Kylie, I want you to say the following things. Tell the story, very short, in like 10 seconds. My name is Kylie. I'm the mother of the young man who lost his life. Just don't make it long, because the whole video has to be less than a minute. So, okay. Blah, blah. I'm hereby reaching to the public to please, you understand? So we end it like that. So just make it like 20 seconds max. Okay, then come back to the live.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes, brother.
Somebody here, Sylvia the general, said she was with him, or he was with him, day before and the morning, and I mean, they were trying to give account of,
Okay. Should I bring them live? Do you want to come live?
I would like to, get some insight from
Okay,
them.
J-Lo, I will call you one-on-one. Send me a request. What's the guy's name? Please send me a request.
Sylvia the general.
Sylvia the general. Sylvia the general, please send me a request. Sylvia the general, please send me a request. Please, Sylvia the general is saying Obina needs justice. Just the way I'm setting I'm bringing my platform forward. Just the way these two lawyers are leaving their jobs to come and talk. We also need you to talk. If he really needs justice, we need you to talk. Tell us whatever you can know, or whatever you know. Sylvia the general. All right. So I've sent her a request. I'm expecting her to join.
Hi. Good evening. Hi, good evening.
Hi, Sylvia. Can we have some light? Can we see you?
Hi. Sorry, I'm in the car. I went out. I was with him. I saw him the day before, and I saw him that morning because he came to my house to drop a church shirt. Me and Obina were very close. We go to the same church.
What church is that?
David Christian Center, DCC, David Christian Center.
That's just down the road from my house here.
We go to the same church. We meet at the gate all the time. We talk all the time. Me and Obina were very close. I was with him the day before. In the morning, he came to see me. We were talking. He said he was going to the gym. I was also talking to one of his friends that he was supposed to go to the gym with. He told me that we can skip the gym for me, that he let him take me to eat. Let him take me out to eat. And I was so tired because I worked all night. And I told him that, no, please. I don't want to cry. I told him that I'm tired, please. We can do it another time. He was saying like his friend is waiting for him at the gym. I was chatting with his friend, so I was like, where's Obina? I was like, Obina is on his way. He just left my side. He's coming to the gym or anything. I texted him by 2 p.m. He was okay. He told me that, he had something to do at home, but he's already heading to the gym. I said, let me sleep and wake up. Obina was okay. He was clear. His head was clear. I met him. He was happy. He was healthy. The Obina I know will do anything for anybody. He's a very cheerful. He's a very cheerful person.
It's okay.
And you can believe the person
It's okay.
I saw that morning. He's gone. I like for me to wake up and somebody is telling me we lost Obina. Obina left. He was a good person, hardworking. Provide his details. The one who was supposed to meet at the gym and ran out and told me that, this was what was happening. But he said he went to the east, but he's coming back. He's coming back. I think this week. But yeah,
sorry to interject. I'm so sorry, my dear sister. I'm so sorry, but like my learned friend here said, we need to get all the information we can. So the person you was talking about, who is in the east, is this the same friend that from the story his mother is telling was driving behind him?
Yes, I think so, yes.
I mean, is this a friend that they went to the gym together?
Yes, they were supposed to meet at the gym because when he was with me, he was on a call with him. They were having a conversation and he was like, yes, we're going to the gym. How far? Because he doesn't stay in Nigeria. He was like, how far? They are going to the gym. And I was like, we and him are going to the same gym. Eyewitness was like, yes, Freedom Way. And I was like, okay, no problem. So I think they were supposed to be going to the gym together. Or whether he was already at the gym. I don't know whether he's the friend that was following, but all I just know is that he told me that he came outside and then he saw his lifeless body on the floor.
He came outside from where?
The gym.
I mean,
or wherever. I don't know. He said that Yopina called and said that he was on his way.
I remember the story the mother said was that he was ahead. Then the other
exactly, the guy was driving behind.
He was behind. Then when he asked the dude, one of the security, they said he's skidded off. So, well, very much. See, let me explain something a little. We are here to explore all possibilities. Is Obina's mind clear? Is Obina in I know the answers will be like that, but we can establish it by the time we go. Does Obina have any kind of thing, maybe, psychologically imbalanced or anything?
No.
Once we're able to clear all this part, no worries, we are going somewhere.
You will not be able to give all the answers correctly here.
Maybe not. Well, you said they were together, and the other dude that they were really together, we wouldn't need to talk to him. But ahead of time, police has their job to do. But also in preparing for something tangible so that we will not get midway and get stuck, we need to be able to establish some of these things. It's still kind of weird to me. But by and large, even if there's any kind of disturbance, a building with a fifth floor parking lot needs a better and, in fact, standard reinforcement, a real guard or pillars in place. This will not still take away from him even if he has any kind of, thing going on with him. But there was none of that. So once the mom and our team are able to help us get all these things we need, then we'll proceed. But thank you so much for all the information. And we are not trying to throw no kind of doubt on his personality. We just want to make sure that we are fortified moving forward.
Yes. Yes, I got that. Opener was healthy. He never had any psychological problem. He was good. He never actually got angry about anything. Even the little things I expect him to get angry about, he never got angry about. Speeding, Opener, I was in the car with him the day before. Opener doesn't drive recklessly. He doesn't. Even sometimes I used to tell him that he's wasting time. Like, let's go, let's go, let's go. He doesn't drive reckless. He's not a reckless driver. So I don't know why they are trying to cover up. There was something that happened in that place or in the car park. They need to give us CCTV camera or that place, that thing that was the barrier. I passed that place today. That thing that doesn't look strong. It's not something that somebody can even stay on and say let them rest. That thing when you're having a parking lot, you're supposed to have something strong to protect the cars, not something that is like a gate that cannot even protect cars at all. That's something that they used to hold people during concerts. I passed that place today and I was crying because that thing, Obina's death could have been avoided if those people were not rushing with their building or with their infrastructure. It would have been avoided. I don't know what to say, but Obina was good. When he left me, he was okay. He was perfect. When he called me, he was good. Obina was not on anything. He was okay, and he was healthy. That's all I have to say. I will bring any other information anybody needs. Anything. I'll bring the contacts of the friend that was with him, the people that were with him yesterday before and that morning, that day. I'm ready to bring out.
Yeah, sorry to go. I mean, you're not the one who's supposed to answer this question, but Mr. Wale, please help me here so that I do have a question. And this is me presuming, except his mother comes back to clarify this. If we are talking about this same friend who was with him on the day, and he's the one, sorry, my sister, who called you to give you the information, right?
Yes.
I would think that it's a bit weird that the person is not on ground at the moment as a witness to the event, especially as it's before the police. So I don't know how we can need to contact this person because having a meeting with the DPO tomorrow and the key or the principal witness is absent.
You just literally, what I wrote down.
Yeah, because I'm worried about that. I was going to ask
here because maybe privacy. We need that dude importantly. I wrote the guy, yes. The friend in the East is a prime witness in this.
He's a prime witness. It's a key witness. You can't be absent.
The mother relied on his account that he said he was in the front,
Sylvia, please press X so I can bring the mother back. Sylvia, please press X.
Fantastic.
Thank you so much, Sylvia. Thank you so much.
But I was thinking we should take it based on the fact that, privacy and all that.
Yeah.
And Sylvia, she left. But if you're still there, please, perhaps you send his details to DSDM, please. Right. We need him. If he's in East, he needs to come before they have that meeting.
Right.
I was even going to ask, was that his regular car that,
so many questions.
A lot.
So many questions.
As they say, the old Labara. I fell off the roof. Fell off that roof. So, coming out of a ramp from a spiral ramp, there's no way you're going to make 25 miles an hour on that place. It's not up to 500 feet long. So, at that level, if he approaches that barrier, so-called barrier there, it's a front-wheel drive. The car's bottom would touch, then the front wheels will stop rolling, at least applying the brakes suddenly. And again, the car should nosedive, not being upside down. I don't know. We need CCTV and analyze the law before we can.
Honestly. Yeah. Sorry, madam. Welcome back. So sorry.
Thank you. Just to kind of clarify, Sylvia, I think she misunderstood the friend.
that we're talking. So there was a friend who was already in the gym, whom he called to say, I am on my way to the gym. And then there was a friend who is his flatmate who went with him. That was the person who was behind him, who now got to the fifth floor, and he asked, where did my friend park? And they said, oh, his car skidded off the fifth floor. So Sylvia, I think I don't think she understood because obviously, yeah, but I know that she
I have a question right here, ma'am. The Obina's friend that got to the fifth floor, who did he talk to? Who did he ask that he told him the car skidded off?
The security.
He has a name and they know him.
You know, I will be very honest. These are the things that we need the police and the building and an investigator to find out. These are things that are in conversation, because I will paint a scenario where there is an emergency. You don't do forensics on emergency because everybody is focused on saving life. And in the moment, if you're asking me to dissect the mental state of his friends, everybody rushed down to save their friend. So he did recognize that he spoke to a security to ask where his friend parked, maybe probably to park right by him, but only to be informed. And I believe, alleging, I'm not clear on that yet, he was the one who eventually called my family and called the friend that was already in the gym, because the friend that was already in the gym didn't know what had happened until the friend who was behind him, until the friend who was behind him called to say that, to inform him of the incident.
Okay, so this friend, the one who we're talking about now, the one who was riding behind him.
Yes.
Was he available now?
He's ever. I don't know if he will come live. I can give him a call and ask him if he will come live.
No, I don't even mean live. I mean,
he's been very helpful. Okay. He's been going to the station up and down. If you call him at 1 a.m., he will answer any questions.
If he can come live, it'll be good.
Okay, that's fine.
If we can bring him live, it will be a plus.
What police station is this, madam? The one this matter is reported at?
They said it's Morocco. Yes, Morocco. Police station.
Then I also heard you say that the CCTV did not. At what point did it cut off? Because I wasn't.
From the point that he took off, because they said they saw him enter the fifth floor, but the CCTV did not cover the perimeter.
That's not possible. I mean, the CCTV should cover the whole place.
Everywhere.
Being called. So, I mean, whatever it is, we'll get to that point where all that will come out. Oh, no. Okay, Morocco police station, that's the DPO is the one in charge of it.
Yes.
The friend that is the one that is not available right now, we will definitely need them. And all of this is, preparing to go into the whole thingy. Now, for police, we will have you meet, or whoever your brother can meet up with, whoever will give her the information out to that freeze. They will be very helpful. They will go with men with them. That you need to start. They need to start obtaining. For CCTV camera, I think even the police on their own can, something like a subpoena, but maybe like a warrant or something to get in Nigeria.
They said they were going to send it to us by Friday, but we are yet to receive. I haven't viewed it. They said they will send it electronically, but I haven't. We don't have it. They were meant to send it to the lawyer that we had, but they haven't sent anything to us yet. So this has been my frustration, because we are not. The communication between us and the representatives of the mall has been very nothing. That's the only way I can express it. They did offer to come for a condolence visit, but obviously my family was a bit worried that it might jeopardize my sister's safety, and considering that I'm not around yet, it would be best that we all do the meetings at the police station.
What's the name of this mall?
Purple Mall.
So, Madam, I have another question, right? And maybe you're not the best person to answer, but I'm just trying to prepare your mind for, because we're all looking at it as one way, but there are so many things that can come out of this, some of which I am already seeing. But let me ask, when you say when the friend came, he saw a security person. Initially, I thought that there was no security person. So, but now
no, there was.
There was. Okay. So
that's because when it happened, you know, in a second when something happens, everybody whoever is in the car park rushes to the scene of the event. This is my analysis.
Right.
Because he said when he drove he was on the 4th floor when it already happened. When it happened, when he drove to the 5th floor, now he has to give more clarity on whether he parked his car or he was still in his car when he asked the question. But he said he asked, where did my friend park?
And why said was the security just telling him that the person tipped off? Like it was a
I have no idea, ma'am. I honestly do not have any idea.
Did you get where I'm coming from? If somebody tipped off, you can't just casually be standing and say,
you can't just say that. Now,
like, you should be at the scene.
Just happened barely few minutes.
Yes, you should.
You will see the, be frightened all over.
Yes,
all over
exactly.
Guys.
So we need to know his disposition and countenance.
Obviously, this is me, like I say, testifying on behalf of his friend.
I know. I'm not even asking you to answer. I'm just giving you questions that...
Likely questions that may pop up.
Is this Purple Mall located in Lekki Phase 1?
Correct.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm able to pull up the owners of it. The chairman is one, Mrs. Olajumoke Akinwumi. The CEO and co-founder, Olajide Agbola, Olaide Agbola.
That's correct.
So, however, these are the people that own it. We need to be able to reach out to them. Perhaps they don't know what's going on. I mean, they have lawyers and all that. We understand that. But they are parents and they're humans like us. So, not, going around the shadows. If these are the right people to reach out to them, you also want to make sure that whenever they're preparing anything, the mall as an entity and the people behind it as the entities need to be conjoined.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. I think this is the main frustration, because I believe that if you run a property, I'm a facility manager myself, and there is an incident, I believe that by now we should have been able to make at least contact with the appropriate person. The person that I heard my younger sister say that the DPO say that the facility manager of this Purple Mall is in custody. Now, I am not certain if he's bailed, I don't know. So that these are my frustrations, because there is no clear communication. Hence why I was saying earlier that if there would be a suggestion as to someone who would be hands on deck with things, I would really appreciate it. But in this case, everything I am saying to you is as related to me.
Can I make a suggestion?
Yes, sir.
Belinda.
Yeah.
Can you perhaps prepare like a letter of notification on regarding the incident? Not necessarily, we're not suing them yet. We're not doing nothing. We're not. Just to notify these people, because we can.
I would really like an acknowledgement, because the most pain that I have
acknowledge the lawyer's letter
is that it feels that it feels like it's a chicken that died.
That died.
No.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
It feels like it's a chicken that died. Because The mall and the car park is still very functional. How they took away his car on the day and covered it with a cloth, so it looked as if nothing happened. I would like some sort of an acknowledgement to my loss and my grief, and acknowledge the negligence, and make sure that no one dies there again. Because even if it's not my child, it could have been somebody else's child.
Okay. I'm so sorry for this. I want to show you what I have done, and I'm putting up on my page. I've done a few. While we're talking, I was editing a 58-second clip that will go on Threads, Facebook, TikTok, and it will be in the beginning of the YouTube video, so everybody can see this. I want to use this as a medium to get more people to see the story. I put your pictures in it. I want to show it to you, but I just want it to load first so you can see what I've been doing.
Thank you so much.
You understand? Okay, so that's fine. We're done. So let it just load up. Just give me 1 second for that. Because one thing that we all need right now is not just closure. We also need to, I'm lost for words.
I was gonna suggest that if my dear friend here can prepare a letter which can be hand delivered by tomorrow, and of course the content of the letter would necessitate them to reply promptly in acknowledgement. And also, dear, if you want to post your thing, they have an handle here, Purple Group NG.
No, the public will refer to them. No need to copy them.
Okay.
You understand? No need. I'm just waiting for it to load on Facebook, Instagram, so I can show it to you. Then we can have.
So when here what the challenge might be with that will be, in what capacity will I be writing that letter?
Yes.
She already does have lawyers, and you cannot do your lawyer. You cannot just displace without proper procedure and notification. So
I think
if she has planned to lay off
I would suggest,
because in what capacity will I be writing the letter?
Can I suggest?
Yes, ma'am.
What Wale is suggesting, can we keep it open with you, please? And then
okay. Before we say anything else, let me show you the video. Sorry. So this is what is going to. You can share it to your story. Everyone watching, this is the video right here. Let me put audio so you hear. Sorry, I was wearing an earpiece so I could hear and edit. So.
Son had so much love for Nigeria. There was a time I tried to take him
from Nigeria,
but then yes, so the UK immigration refused him. At the time, he was just 18. After that, there had been many opportunities for him to come over, but he kept saying, I love Nigeria. There's so much money to be made in Nigeria if you know what you're doing. If you see from the video, even when I got the picture, I knew there was no way, even if you didn't fall with a car, there was no way anybody would have made it. My name is Kylie, the mother of Obinna, the young man who lost his life at Purple Mall, Lekki Phase 1. I am pleading with the lawmakers, the police, and good people of Nigeria to help me get justice for my son, Obinna.
Okay, so that is going to go around. We're going to try to push it, let more people see this. If you see it on my Instagram page, please, guys, put it. Everybody watching here, just share it to your story. Okay, let's get justice for Obina. Let us get justice for Obina. This is really important. Yes, continue what you were saying, my dear sister.
I was saying that the suggestion that Wale made, can we keep it open with Belinda? Let's have that meeting tomorrow. And then after tomorrow, I will relay the discussion and agreements that were made at the meeting. And then maybe that letter might be useful after that.
Okay, so I'm asking you now, how many people are going for the meeting? And it's made up of who will be in attendance? Your family,
my sister,
your sister,
who was the one who went to the hospital with him.
Yes.
My younger brother.
Okay.
My cousin.
Okay.
The lawyer.
Okay.
And we're supposed to have a representative from Popo Mall. Hopefully they will show up.
Okay. Okay.
And the DPO.
I think you have quite a number of representatives there. Family, legal, prosecution. I think that's good enough.
And you want to also let us please know about these lawyers so we can, liaise with them through DF.
We can work with them even if necessary.
We can be of help with more
Yes.
information.
I will relay it to Daddy Freeze. I will get all the necessary information and I will send everything to Daddy Freeze.
You know what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up right now. I'm going to give you my direct WhatsApp number,
Yes,
Kylie. So
Yes,
Wally has it. Belinda has it. The one you have is the public one. So
I think Ross might be here. Blessing, is Ross there? Ross is his flatmate.
okay, so let's hear from Ross too. Let's hear from Ross too.
Ross, if you're here, please kindly request.
Please. Please, Ross.
Maybe I need to go so that Ross can come and post.
Okay, my darling sister. Thank you so much for coming through. Sorry, guys, I'm editing. I'm posting at the same time.
How do I follow Belinda? I don't know if I'm following her already.
Even if you're not following her, I'll create a group on Instagram. You understand? So we can then the moment we get some clarity, we can close the group.
Thank you.
Or maybe let's create the group on Instagram. It's better. So it just be on Instagram. Yeah, but I'll still send you my personal number, Kylie, in case you need to reach me. They have it. Okay. So is Ross willing to come?
But Belinda, you're not leaving Instagram. You want to step down, right?
Yeah. I just want to step down so that
please be around so that we can be hearing this together.
Okay, that's fine. Madam, I'm so sorry. I am so sorry.
Thank you, Ben. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your contribution. Thank you for your advice.
Yes, please. I will keep notifying DF and on the group anything, any way we can help. I'm so sorry.
Thank you.
It's just a very sad thing, as in.
I'm hoping he's there. Blessing, you mentioned that Ross can come on. Is he there?
Baba, may you not wake up in the morning and be looking for where to go and share your story.
Okay, Ross has requested to join.
Okay.
I think, Ross, make sure that you have the updated version of Instagram. If not, just go to your... Okay.
What is Ross's handle? Ross, what is your handle?
Ross, can you type out your handle, please, so that they can
add
you? In case your Instagram is not updated, Ross, you would go to your Google Play and go to your manage and then update your Instagram so that you're able to join the live. Thank you, sister. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, what is his handle?
Ross, can you type out your handle?
Or just send me a request.
Okay, he's not even online. Your username is? Only one Godfather. Only one Godfather.
Okay, I've accepted him. I've accepted him. I've seen him and accepted him. You know what I told you? The short videos, it has already done 5,000 views. What I just posted now. Those short videos are what will go far.
Hello?
Hello, Ross. How are you doing, my brother? Please go ahead.
I can't hear you properly.
Can you hear me now?
Okay, wait. I can't hear you properly. We can hear you. Can you hear?
Ross is so tired, cold, up and down. I think she might rejoin. Thank you, Daddy Freeze.
Sorry, I'm just trying to, because we have very little daylight hours today before it. They start talking about another thing. You know, Nigerians are.
Do you have family members around you over there in the UK?
My brother is here with me. My brother and his half family, they are with me.
Okay.
And I have friends that have all been around.
Okay.
Hello?
Yeah, it's back, Jeff.
All right, brother, go ahead.
Okay. Okay, I can hear you now.
Go ahead, sir.
Yeah, go ahead, please.
Okay. I was the one that escorted him to Purple Mall when it happened.
So you were at the Purple Mall when it happened?
Yes. When we got there were a lot of dignitaries there, a lot of people there.
Who are these dignitaries that want to buy us?
Yeah, like let's say there were about 30-something people that came to the mall, like a lot of policemen, white people and stuff. So I don't know what they came there to do. So they told us to go and park the car up. I was like, no, I'm not going to park my car up. You guys have to do it. That's the valet. Because they have that valet specifically for that upstairs. So I refused. And even if you take the camera will show you that I stepped out from my car. And they told me that I must park it upstairs. Because someone there was telling me, you have to get back into your car. You have to get... Just take the cameras. Just take the camera, you see it. So they made us go upstairs to go and park that car. And I was on the 4th floor. Obina was already going to the 5th floor. So when I got to the 5th floor, I was like, where did he park? Can I ask someone? The security at the 5th floor was like, that he saw a car that flew from up. It's like, wow, how come? So that's how it happened.
Wow. So you were there?
Yes, I was there.
Wow.
And why if you go to all these buildings that park at the 5th floor, you will see that the barricade is well protected. It's either they do it with concrete or they do it with something very good. But if you go to that Purple Mall, you will see that that building, that particular water, you should check there's a lot of water there till now. Just anybody that goes there will see that that place is uncompleted. I don't know why they commissioned the mall that is not completed. They should have just completed that part before commissioning it. Or maybe they will commission at one side and leave the other side. So it's just very, very sad, and it's just very, very sad. It's a small, just small mistake, 2 seconds or 3 seconds should not kill someone like that now. That's like the worst accident I've ever seen in my life. That accident is not normal. It's the worst.
Just say by person.
No, somebody can't die like
Somebody
that.
can't buy. We be careful with our words.
Just like that. From have you ever heard something like